Welcome. My name is Rich, and this is a laid-back Let's Play of Star Wars: The Old Republic. In this Let's Play, I will be taking my time, going through the story, and commenting on the things that catch my attention. I'll make jokes, some of which may even be good, usually at the expense of the game, or more specifically, usually it's been with Old Republic, it's been at the expense of the Sith characters because they're caricatures, edgelords with exactly the same script practically, or at least the same talking points, which makes it easy to mock them. Right now, I am on Tatooine. I'm in the Dune Sea. I'm just about to explore the Zerka dig site, where they found something. The thing Zerka found. I've just traipsed across segments of the Dune Sea, listening to broadcast nodes, I think. Antenna, something like that. There are Imperials hanging out around here. Oh no, that's the Zerka droid. Okay. Enhanced Possessed Guard. That's bad news, isn't it? Former Zerka worker. Failed possession experiment. What a cheery situation these names are painting for us. But on the way in, there were Imperials around this sort of area, I think. And my understanding is that Anchorhead is the Republic side, and Mos Eisley or Illa is the Imperial side of a, I suppose, contested planet. A shared planet, shall we say. Where previously, because I know I've seen a Sith before, a Sith assassin last time, where previously it's been just Republic planets I've been on. This one is a mixed planet. Kaizen has some kind of turbo taser. It's very handy. That's a bit odd. You don't usually see two ordinary or weak dudes hanging out. If there's two, it'll be usually be a weak and an elite. Or strong. What was that I just picked up? Some pink thing. Illicit medicine. This item has no use, but it can be sold to a vendor. Okay. The illicit medicine. So, drugs then. Oh, hey. There's a dude. Wonder why he wasn't present just before. Ah, right. Okay, so there's... That was actually a member of a pair. A little confusing. Because, I mean, as I said, like, usually you see them in threes. As you do here. Wow, oof. Getting hit quite hard, aren't I? Ooh, explodey barrel. Always fun. I don't know that there's much point in venturing down there, so I think I'll ignore it. Don't need to kill dudes. I'm sure there'll be more inside. That's interesting. Usually when you have lifts, you go into them and then there's like a pad on the wall, or like it actually physically moves. But this is just a door in the wall. Not even an alcove for a lift. Oh hey, group phase. Wonder why there's a red square over the wall. That person's using stealth. I think they're a Jedi, so they must be a smuggler. Scoundrel. Ooh, cybernetic director Antian. Alright, well, let's give him a bad day. I guess this is a warning sign. Big red square saying do not enter. It's not a very big facility, is it? I suppose mostly what they were doing was excavating, but still. No, I can't get all three. Or four, rather. Oh, there's even more. Quite big. Ooh, stairs up. Where they go? Well, not stairs, ramps. Oh no, that's a stair. I don't think this can be called stairs, though. That's a step. Ah, just up and over and down again. Oh no, not down again. Well, I mean, directly down, quickly down. I wonder if there's a chest at the end. This is the sort of place that you put a chest, just because you reward explorers. No, okay. Never mind. I know. 48's the next time. 2 levels. Before I get anything new. No, thank you. Stay over there, please. Not interested. Just hit Kaizen with the sleepy juice. Or, well, probably not juice. The sleepy purple stuff. Ooh, that looks uncomfortable. You're right, Kaizen. Not that you're proud of not being a soft thing, but it seems as though you're on fire with phosphorus or something, which is nothing to sniff at. I wonder why they're walking at me slowly. Is it supposed to be intimidating? Emperor's Casino chip. How did that get down here? I suppose if there are people here relatively recently, they may have brought it. Or Emperor's Casino chips are things that have been, you know, handed out, disseminated for longer than this place has been a facility. Another one. Okay. I'm getting quite a few of these now, aren't I? Oh no. Hollow record of the Republic founding. Interesting. Republic memorabilia. Kaizen doesn't care about this gift. It's not surprising, really. Charged power pack. This item has no use, apparently. I can think of a few uses for a charged power pack, but okay. Ooh, that's floating, and it's probably not doing it because of technology, is it? It's got faces in it. It's obviously our goal, even if there weren't a marker on the map for us. Just a bit curious about what else is here. What can we learn about the location? The walls were carven from the stone. There's an alcove here. And then these rocks fell in afterwards, maybe? How much of this did they excavate away and how much was like open, do you suppose? This was probably, that looks like it's been carved in. Can't read it. There's a matching one on this side. Okay, that's some technology, not stone. Even though it does look quite a lot like stone, there's some technology under it with conduits, pipes. Yeah, alright, let's find out what's going on here. Someone's going to spring out, aren't they? Some force ghost of a Sith, no doubt. Ooh. Seems bad. Ah, so it is the Infinite Empire with weird hammerhead eyes and a crest. Don't hold on to the past. Kill it if you have to. Yeah, I think not. That's weird. Interesting that none of them have lightsabers. Oh. I'd switched targets somehow. That's annoying. Where did he come from? Was it a teleporter? Are these teleporters? Oh, hello. What unusual power for a weak enemy. I wonder where Kaizen's at. Cut that out. Yes, attack the lightsaber wielder with your fists. I'm sure that's going to go well, isn't it? Great, missed both of them. Because one was thrown out and one ran out. Ah, we need to shut down the teleporters to stop him bringing in reinforcements. Why did that get interrupted? Bit weird. Kaizen, do something. Good. Thank you. Oop. That was dramatic. Is there a control over here? No, okay, there isn't a control on this one to make it blow up. Hopefully it's spent. Same with that one. There's one over here though. In you go. I wonder why that's not getting hit. Oh good, I'm not getting interrupted by damage at least. No fair, I wasn't ready. Super good idea. Haha, nope. Surprised he's let her get that far. They've both got guns. Yeah, nothing. Doubtful. Back off. There we go. That's what happens. Full of bluster and absolutely nothing to back it up with. He was a silver enemy, wasn't he? So there's... What ranks are they? Weak, strong, elite, and something. Super elite or something. Doesn't seem like much of a research facility. Like, just this one Infinite Empire device. Well, not just the one, is it? There was this teleporter, 4 teleporters, and a few other things, but like nowhere to keep artifacts, no labs to study them or make notes, nowhere for people to stay when they're not doing work, nowhere for them to sleep or eat or spend, non-work time. I imagine that Circa is not a great employer, but they would have to give people places to eat and sleep at least, even if they don't give them any personal time. I don't believe that this bears any indicators of being a personal space. Like maybe it had, maybe it was divided up and it had space for food prep and sleeping and oops, dang it. personal time. You know, maybe there was a subac table and, you know, some bunks and some stoves. I don't know. But I doubt it. And I don't think that there's anything up here that would indicate space being used for that either. I mean, I know that it's been several decades, well, a number of decades, since this place was actually used, but it just looks like a mine. Not a place where you do any kind of research or study. And certainly not somewhere that people would stay. So maybe they all leave at the end of the day. Once they're all done. I don't know. I don't know what else there is around here. Doesn't seem like there's much on the map. Maybe there's something over here. How did it first get found? This object that's below us now. Was it found by geological survey? Sensors? Was it unearthed while someone was looking for something else? That's a sandcrawler. No, it isn't. Or, well, it was, but has been long buried. What that is up there. That's a Jawa. Hologram of a Jawa. Talking to a Jawa. Okay. What's a bit weird is there's something on the map here, but nothing there physically. Oh, hey. Sluggish sand tusker. Interesting. Some kind of sort of turtley creature. There's obviously something here on the overmap. But there are no objects around here. Let's see if I can explore this area, discover it for the map. Desert of the Real. Ooh, what are you? Ancient sandworm. There's a crashed something over there, which probably is going to be this. Ooh, tracks in the sand. Sand people? They ride single file, you know, to hide their numbers. Heroic area. Presumably this is an area for the Empire. Because there's some escaped prisoners. Is this a prison ship? Prison transport or something. Jedi rescuer. Ooh, hey. I'll have that. For free. Jedi rescuer and some escaped prisoners. Who the Empire players are presumably being asked to do something about, do something unpleasant about. Ooh. I thought that was a bag I was opening. Then I realised, no, it's a gift. And it seems like he quite liked it. So I gained influence with him. Ooh, I wonder what those are. Wonder if they're reachable. What are you? Some kind of outpost. Oh, hello. Sound skimmer sick. Skick, perhaps. Oh, you can even go in. Oh, not allowed in. Imperial phase. Ah, okay. And I'm definitely not Imperial. Those look like the tips of sand crawlers. Sith Marauder. Yeah, they're Empire chaps. Cool respite. Exchange bandit. Probably an imperial area. But maybe not, who knows. The Infinite Desiccation. What a fun sounding place. Outpost Zaroshi. Oop, they're Imperials. Not allowed in there. Yep, definitely Imperial. It's odd how that symbol doesn't really change between here and the events of the first Star Wars films, but the Republic symbol does change. Right, okay, I need to readjust my route. This is probably about right. No, that's overcorrected, okay. You don't get environments like this in games very often, do you? Quite like it. I mean, even in World of Warcraft, in the desert zone in the south of Kalimdor. Is it Tar? No, it's not Taris. Not Desolus. Even there, it's not as big, not quite, and it's much, much busier. There's ruins, there's a dude. Ooh, hello. Surprise sand people. What's the name of that area? There's a Silithus, no, not Silithus, Silithid. Zone or two. Like, it's packed. You can barely go any distance without running into some creature or another. The Sarlacc Pit. Oh, welcome, Mahawkman, by the way. The Sarlacc Pit is up here. Locate the Sarlacc Pit. It's also a Heroic 2+, and Heroics, at least on Tatooine, have been a bit variable. I did a Heroic somewhere up here, and I was capable of doing it solo just with me and Kaizen. But this Heroic, Blitz Twin Suns, I couldn't manage because there was too many enemy dudes in it per group, and they were too high level for me to manage. I'm just looking up the regions of Kalimdor because I can't remember the name of the desert area, and it's bothering me. I'm also not sure. I think I'm just supposed to drop grenades into the Sarlacc Pit, but I'm obviously going to have to deal with I think it's Mandalorians, but the quest info doesn't say. I suppose there's Durotar and the wastes in the middle that are quite deserty, but the place I'm thinking of specifically is the southern end. Tanaris, there we go. I was almost there with Taris. I just had a syllable missing. Tanaris. Super deserty area. South end of Kalimdor. Plus the areas that got opened up during Cataclysm. Which are sort of Egyptian themed. A lot of maps, but none that look like I can zoom in on them very easily, or which have the names of each of the regions. Not very helpful. Oh, there we go. Fan-made composite map. Open image in new tab. Oldham, there we go. And I suppose Silithus probably counts as well, but Taurus is a Romulan. Taurus is also the name of one of the planets in the Star Wars universe, or Star Wars galaxy. It's Ooh, the dark side's winning. I'm sure that Taurus is around here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Taurus. Been there already. Once a city world like Coruscant, but 3 centuries ago it was bombarded by Sith Lord Darth Malak. Seat of the Empire? No. Just a city world. More corrupt than Coruscant, but otherwise similar. And we're actually supposed to be helping the Sand People, but in order to help them we need to fight our way in, evidently. Because they won't just let us in and unpoison their water supply. You would think that they'd have noticed about the water supply and be like, yeah, okay, I guess you can come in. If you've got a cure. But no, they're extremely belligerent. I mean, you would think that their lives would be made easier on a desert planet like Tatooine if they were more open and kind with people. They can only be as violent and aggressive and xenophobic as they are because other people are around to pick up the slack. Like, it's not an environment where that's very forgiving. Am I unable to use powers? Oh no, I've somehow managed to select Kaizen again. I don't know why that keeps happening. It's quite annoying. I definitely don't click on him. I'm glad that taking periodic damage doesn't seem to interrupt me, at least not very often. Like, being on fire doesn't prevent me from opening chests and stuff, as it would in other games. Or antidote into purifiers. There we go. Job's a good one. Release enslaved ambassadors. Right, yeah, let's do that. And the way out is still as I carved it, which is nice. Not sure what this is. Oh, Jawa balloon. Okay, there we go. Answer is provided to me. Doesn't always happen though. I mean, just because an object is in the world and it looks a bit weird doesn't mean that you'll get a tooltip when you mouse over it. Ah. Our old friend the junk cage. We are familiar with these. We found them on the first planet we were on, the name of which I can't remember at the moment. Hi, welcome. Curb Stomp 41. Hello. Are you the 41st Curb Stomp? What was the name of the planet? Not Alderaan. Ashadar. Or no, not Ord Mantell. That's the trooper and smuggler planet. Ooh, Ilum. We'll get to visit there at some point. Took the world 41 tries to get it right. Fair enough. So you didn't defeat all the previous Curb Stompers in combat then? Or the previous one who defeated the previous one and so on? What the fuck was the name of the... It wasn't Taris. Tatooine. Tython. There we go. That was the name of the planet that we started on as Jedi. Right in the core. We found things like this on Tython. It's exactly the same model that they used. Ooh, hey, explodey barrel. Nah, they were not worthy enough to be defeated. Fair enough. How many do I need to defeat? Or free? Didn't I not free all of them that I needed? So what's the rest of the mission here now? Did I just need to defeat some dudes? Return. Things Zerka found. Return. Speak to Fowler. Just started this game yesterday and I'm loving it, but I am ready to light a saber, to be honest. So you're playing one of the Jedi classes then, presumably, or at least Force user. I don't want to assume that you're playing Republic. You will, if you're playing Republic side as one of the Jedi, you will get your lightsaber before you leave Tython. It varies by which archetype you're playing. Jedi Sentinel, okay. You'll get your lightsaber pretty much at the end, unfortunately, because you need to assemble it. What? What have I found here? Interesting looking skull surrounded by dead Jawas. Let's see what happens, shall we? Oh. I probably need to put him on tank. Nope, I can't. Where? Oh, hello. Oh, it's a Rancor. Yeah, no, I can't manage that. Bye-bye. Leave me alone. Ugh, nuts. That's cool, though. You get to customize your lightsaber. You kind of do. So, you get a first lightsaber, and it will have an appearance on your character in-game, like the case of it. And you'll get some slots in it that you can put different crystals to change the color. There is a quest on Tython. Like, if you click show exploration missions, it will show you extra missions that you ordinarily don't see, because for some reason they decided to hide a bunch of missions at some point during progression of, adding things to the game, balancing things, so on. So you can like show a bunch of missions that are ordinarily at the moment hidden for some reason, and one of them gives you a lightsaber crystal, a yellow lightsaber crystal, as a reward at the end. You have rewards which give you lightsaber crystals occasionally, or color crystals. You can actually use these colorable crystals in any weapon. You can customize blasters with color crystals as well. And one of the crew skills, I don't remember which at the moment, lets you craft lightsaber crystals or weapon crystals, and which will allow you to customize the color of your weapon. So you've got 2 slots for crystals, which allows you to combine 2 different color crystals to create to overlap effects. I've not really done much of it. I've just been playing through the story, to be honest, so far. And you do eventually get different lightsabers. So this is not the one that I started with, and they have better stats as you go. And the crystals that you can put in to customize your weapon also have different stats, and there are a few other mods you can put in weapons. Can I rotate my character? No. All right, never mind. So you just about see the lightsaber on my character's hip. The weapon that you have equipped does change appearance, like the model in-game does change. You can't customize that. You can change the color it has when it's used. Mine is just yellow, orangey yellow. I haven't been too bothered about customizing it because, well, I know it's going to be replaced at some point, and I'd have to invest a lot of time into acquiring different mods for it, and I just kind of want to focus on the story. So what have I discovered here? Kalarath Gunner, Imperial Scout, Trooper Phase. So this is an Imperial Spec Ops. But they need to keep in a pen because he's too dangerous, I guess. I don't know. Is this a Spec Ops farm? And they keep them in pens. So this is an Imperial outpost that you come to as a trooper, I assume. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Wrong button. But it's not something that we need to deal with. Presumably the troopers will sort it out. Shoot the place up. We want to come up here to the Mandalorians to preemptively strike them. Like you can't just hop over the fence easily. Well, you know, maybe not. It's a fun idea. Okay, I think we're in Mandalorian territory now. These look like Mandos. That's not ticking up any objectives, is it? Obviously need to get closer. They're awfully fond of setting you on fire, aren't they? In fairness, it's one of the few things that I think would actually work on Jedi. I can only imagine that trying to use the Force to control fire is enormously difficult and requires a lot of training, if you can do it at all. Mandalorian lookout drone. You would think that they'd place their lookouts somewhere that they can actually look out, wouldn't you? Like maybe perimeter. Maybe a perimeter placement or up on something. No, just between two tents. That's all the lookout that they need. We're going to preemptively sabotage their... I don't know if this is a fighter. It's not. It's too big to be a fighter, isn't it? Thanks, game, for letting me know where they'd be landing. But it's not... It's like a personal transport, isn't it? It's too big to be a fighter, but it's not big enough to be a freighter. I suppose it's a shuttle with some weapons. The companion for Jedi Knights is my favourite so far. He's a little astromech droid. Loads of fun. He's so chirpy. Was that it? Was that all we needed to do? Okay. Sabotage one shuttle. Now the Sarlacc pit, which is a heroic, and I don't know how we're going to do, because the last heroic I tried, I couldn't manage because there was too many strong dudes per group. What are all these craters about? This seems... these rocks placed here deliberately, or is this just like the shape that got gouged out by a crater? Because it looks like these are slabs of rock that have been placed radially around a central point. Just curious what it looks like, and if you can jump in like Boba Fett. I don't know. I expect I can, and that will kill me. Oh, hey, there we go. There's a Sarlacc. Since this is a heroic, I need to switch him to tank, because otherwise I will die. Go get him. No, thank you. Back over there, please. I'm alright, but Kaizen... Oop, no, that was not the button I wanted to press. What does that do? Cloud Mind. Ah, it lowers my threat. Okay. I'd forgotten about that. Go, go, Gadget Kaizen. And heal Kaizen up. Luckily he benefits from my rest ability. As far as I know, it killed Boba Fett. In fact, it did not. It should have done, but in the extended universe, including in the Mandalorian series, Boba Fett survives. He managed to crawl his way out. No, go away, leave me alone. I'm not a danger. Ignore me. Stop it. Wonder why I drew threat that time, but not the time before. Go away. Too badass to die or something? Yeah, essentially. They, the extended universe went to great lengths to paint him as an incredible badass. And generally expand Mandalorians. I don't know much about Mandalorians, to be honest, as a whole. I just know bits from fanfic that I've read, really. Most of my knowledge on Star Wars comes from fanfic. Not from actually exploring, consuming the media it's based on. A lot of the Mandalorian stuff comes from the Clone Wars CGI kids show, and there are some kids shows I really like, enjoyed. I didn't get the feeling watching bits of the Clone Wars that I would enjoy it. Okay, so there's a bit misleading there. So there was two series called Clone Wars in like the early 2000s, with the art by Genndy Tartarovsky, who did Samurai Jack, and they were released around about the same time as the prequel trilogy, or the last couple of the prequel trilogy films, and those are really, really good, those two seasons. And then there's more Clone Wars, but CGI this time. And I don't know how good those are. Am I supposed to go over there? Interact with the security chest. Attack all the terrible. Yes, I think that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm not going to try and jump in, and it's closed by some kind of sphincter anyway, which is probably for the best. Kids, it was billed as teen in the US. Okay. It doesn't strike me as a young adult series, but I haven't watched any of it, and so I don't know. But I was wary of it. I think I would probably watch it if I decided to write any fan fiction based around Star Wars, because apparently it fleshes out Mandalorians a lot and Mandalorian culture, and of course because it's concurrent, or at least if it's still going, if it is not still going, rather, it finished relatively recently, so its lore can be counted as current lore, or as close as, and therefore it would be a reliable source for making things true. I know the CGI one is actually the official story connected to the second and third prequels. Let's just say a lot of stuff happens that isn't appropriate for small children. Oh, fair enough, okay. Well, that actually gives me some hope. I thought it was very, very kiddie. But I haven't even gotten around to watching the second season of The Mandalorian, and I watched the first season and very much enjoyed it. So, I mean, the next Star Wars show that I watch will be more Mandalorian. And I guess I'll go from there. Surprised these guys aren't getting, blown to death by... Oh, hello. Something finally hit me. By all the missiles that are getting dropped. By this crazy Gamorrean. There we go. Trophy, Nexu Claw. No influence gain from giving it to Kaizen. I suppose that makes sense. He'd probably want to catch his own Nexu, wouldn't he? I'm supposed to drop grenades in there. Mission items. Poison grenades, there we go. Let's hope that he doesn't notice me. Long goodbye. Defeat Gamorreans, okay. I just need to spend time beating up space pigmen. It explains why Ashoka Tano wasn't killed by Order 66. She'd gotten disgusted by the Jedi Order and went rogue. Like I said, a lot of stuff happened. Yeah, fair enough. How many seasons of it is there? Let's heal him up. Oh. I got noticed by a patrol. I'll have to look that up, but the episodes were relatively short. Oh, that's good. Okay. Oh, use poison grenade now. Okay. Apparently I'm only allowed to poison the Sarlacc once I've killed enough Gamorreans. There we go. Don't know why it had to be in that order. I'm glad I didn't use up the grenades, though. Just hand-ins now, I think. So that was a heroic 2+ with groups of the Unslaked Thirst, with groups of 3 enemies, 2 of which being strong, 1 of which being elite. And the heroic here has groups of 4 or 5 enemies at once, and 2 of them are elite, so with gold markers by their names. And I couldn't manage it. Oh, hey, there's an undiscovered area over here. Probably this. If I recall correctly, it had a half-hour time slot. Fair enough. Sounds a bit like Young Justice, actually. Which is a good show. I haven't watched the most recent season of it, but it's very good. The first 2, definitely. What's this about? Is there even anything in here? Mendacious Oasis. I don't think there is, you know. No, it's just a pit. Maybe it was an oasis at some point. But I wouldn't accuse it of being an oasis now. How did I discover this but not the surrounding bits? Let's see if I can... I'm hoping that just discovering these areas will explore the whole area, and I won't have to dick around getting into the corners around here, but that might happen. Another, I don't want to say beached, but kind of abandoned, overrun sandcrawler. What are you? Sand people crate slayer. That's very impressive. Wreck of the Star Dream. Is this a heroic area as well? No, these are just ordinary sand people. With 1 elite. Oh, hello, Jawas. I'm glad you're neutral. So what's over here? The shifting path. Oh. I will have to bugger about in the corners, it seems. Oh, it's a renown boost, okay. Alright. It's an interesting new robe. Wide shoulders. Fancy bits. I suppose I should probably have off with this, but it's not quite as good as this one. In fact, it's half as good. I don't know where I get one of these premium hyper battle versatile stims. Probably have to go off-world. What are you? Why am I bothering with presents? Oh no, that was sell, wasn't it? I want you back. It's annoying that... oh no, maybe it didn't refresh because I was right-clicking instead of left-clicking. I was magnificent, wasn't I? Hopefully it holds for a while. I mean, if the Imperials can poison the Sand People waterhole, I'm sure they can do it again, but it will be more difficult this time, especially because I've just riled them up by sneaking in. Which way is Anchorhead? That away. Basically. Almost exactly. Well, that way. The way that you're facing, in fact. So if you just walk straight, you might get there if you don't get waylaid by something else. I didn't actually talk to the Mandalorian leader at all, I don't think. I think all I did was get into their base and sabotage one of their ships. Now, I'm not going to spend any time on stream going and exploring the corners of this zone, so you don't need to worry about that. So it's back this way, it seems. No, it seems as though I need to go under here. Does that have... I'm not quite sure what's going on with the mission markers on the map, so I'm just gonna head in there the slow way and hopefully find out. Jedi consular phase. Oh, okay, so this isn't... This probably isn't the route back through. I thought there were two. I thought I came out to Outpost Thorazan through a different route than this one. But I guess we'll find out. It's just as well I came through here by mount rather than by speeder route. Or taxi. Probably appropriate to call it taxi, isn't it? What have we got to do in here? Well, it's not that big. Relatively large entrance though, and it doesn't really have any kind of covering, so they have to be relying on wind currents not bringing sand in, don't they? Like, I imagine that this outcrop of rock helps, but they probably have to keep cleaning sand out, because this is definitely not sand. This is hewn stone. It's a bit difficult to tell, really, what this is supposed to be. Is it mud? Is it packed earth? Is it stone? It looks like random flat paving slabs. Footsteps sound a bit like stone, but probably stone. But it could be anything, really. Well, it's not metal. It's not soft. But I imagine that they only have a few different sounds for footsteps. Looks like sandstone. Sandstone tends to have weird semi-random cracks in it. I haven't really seen that much, like, big slabs of sandstone. Like, you see cliffs of it around this region, in fact, where I live. But not like floors of it. If there's any caves, which there are a few of, it tends to be dirt on the floor, hard packed dirt. And like, there's a lot of places that have sandstone block walls. Not very many places with sandstone floors because it wears away too quickly. Rocky sandstone cavern, sandstone erosion cave near Utah. The deserts of the US Southwest have masses of it. Interesting. Thank you. Yeah. It's in... sandstone is in layers because it's a sedimentary rock, and this doesn't look like it's worn away in revealing different layers. It looks like... actually, it looks a bit like volcanic formations. Cooling in random semi-crystalline patches, except the color of sandstone. But a lot of those caves out west have sand drifts cover the floor. Hard to be sure what the devs were thinking. Yeah. I mean, this is a fairly common floor texture in the game. A lot of caves in the game have this floor texture. I'm just trying to work out what it's supposed to be. Like, this is fairly obviously sandstone, to me at least. Although this is an unusual formation for sandstone. You don't really see stalagmites like this. I mean, how did they form? Where are the drips coming from that the stalagmites are made of? Were they carven like this? Was this deliberate carving? It's like they've taken the color of sandstone and other sedimentary rocks, but made it formation-wise look a bit more like igneous rock. It's very strange. And then these stalagmites and stalactites don't really have the right shape for stalagmites. Yeah, those jagged spikes are weird for sandstone. The spikes aren't shaped like stalagmites or stalactites either. Yeah. Which makes me think that they were carven out when this place was made. I mean, this is the most natural, well, except for this shape, except for the shape of the rocks here. The outline of it is about right for a stalagmite and a stalactite that have lumped together, like that they've grown together and met and then just kind of gotten thicker. But yeah, the rock formations in here do not really make any sense. The formations in caves in Kingdoms of Amalur made more sense. They looked more realistic. Hi guys, how's it going? In KOA, I think they just copied photos and didn't try too hard to make it look fictional, at least in how geology worked. Well, if they didn't try too hard to make it look fictional, they succeeded in making it look realistic, which just helps the world feel real. I don't think that basing galactic civilization on Tusken Raiders is a good idea. I don't think that it scales up. No, it's not the only way. If you studied any anthropology, you would know this. They're not Ultimate Warrior. He was a weird wrestler from the 80s and 90s. If you copy real life, it looks realistic. Yeah, Star Wars and Mortal Kombat use the trope of cultures that exist by devouring others. Yeah, it's super silly. If you do any research into anthropology and early human civilization, you very quickly discover that we helped our weakest members, and as a result, we preserved knowledge and other learning, which we would have lost if we just killed anyone that was weak by any kind of arbitrary, stupid definition. In Mortal Kombat, it's actually recognized in universe as Outworld being a collapsed civilization that's crumbling and will die if it doesn't either change or continue to expand. Yeah, if only they were capable of change instead of trying to be imperialist and expand. False. Great stuff. That seems to be a larger version of the culture that Tusken Raiders have. I meant to look up Tusken Raiders between streams and completely forgot. But yeah, I was complaining about this earlier, how Tusken Raiders seem only to be able to be as ruthless as they are because there are people to prey on who do the hard work of farming food and other resources, procuring other resources. Oh, Parcanis is probably Vivicar in it. as though those two things are not the same. No, I won't kill him. You're not yourself. Not right now. Why is wanting to share knowledge an evil thing? Or letting the Jedi Council decide? Apparently that is dark side as well. He said something earlier about why do the Jedi protect the weak when we should be fighting the Empire? And I just want to bring up the point that by protecting the weak, you are fighting the Empire. What knowledge is it? Apparently, he has discovered a blueprint. It's a bit unclear, to me at least, but apparently he feels he has discovered a blueprint for creating ultimate warriors by looking at the Sand People and the way that they structure their society. Which I think is very stupid. If the Sand People were that good, then they would have spread further than Tatooine, but they haven't. They're not even the dominant force on Tatooine. If they were that good, you'd think that they would be. They can't even get rid of the Hutt cartels. And rule themselves. They're too fractious. So maybe it would be better. Like if this is stupid knowledge, maybe it would be better to forget it. Do they leave world at all? I think the only Tuskens that leave Tatooine are Jedi. And that doesn't happen very often. So I'm gonna say no. The Tuskens as Tuskens don't leave Tatooine. I suspect he's thinking in terms of physical prowess and not social organisation. Yeah, it's very reductive and stupid. These creatures can fight good and lift heavy things. That must mean they are the ultimate being for civilization. Okay, how are they with farming and with social organisation and, building infrastructure and teaching? They fight good. Okay, but right. So do you think that civilization exists only to fight? I mean, I think you should probably record that information for posterity because it's interesting, anthropological information. I wonder whether we turn Vivicar back to the light side. be good. I heard something as I was walking past. I was wondering whether there was some object near here that was creating noise, but it doesn't seem to have repeated. Okay, head north a bit. There isn't actually a way out here. Okay. So, at the moment, my theory is that Parcanis is Vivicar. And we'll probably actually be given a choice to either save him or kill him. Ah, you can't land on them. I was hoping I'd be able to ramp off the Bantha and over the fence, but I'll probably actually have to fight my way out. Blood Spiller. What a descriptive name. Corpse Eater Womp Rat. Mounts are not allowed here. You'll be dismounted. Weird. And why I'm not allowed to be mounted inside this featureless cave. That was a shorter tunnel than I was expecting. I thought it would be a longer journey under the rocky ridge there. Nice. I keep thinking this is the right colour for an interactable object, but I obviously can't interact with it. I'm not even sure what it would do if I did. It's too small here. Okay, Kaizen. Am I the only Jedi you know? I ran into Zerka. You don't need the details. There was an alien. Yep. Yeah, don't you nod confidently at that. Also, I think you've probably got more work to do to escape from the Zerka cyborg assassins. I don't think that they're limited to Tatooine. Nice. Not sure what's next. There's a repeatable mission here. Pretty sure I've already done that though, so never mind that. Travel to Alderaan. Use your ship's hollow terminal. There's a whole bunch more of this place to explore, so I'm going to zip about some and see if there are any more quests to find. Other than Blitz Twin Sons, not the Twin Sons. Blitz Twin Sons. Which, as I've already outlined, I have not been able to manage on my own. There was another couple of locations that you could fast travel to over this way. Right there. I'm surprised that there are no quests taking us, you know, an introductory quest that takes us to a new zone quest hub to pick up quests. Monstrous raid, okay. Or did I have quests here? I did, didn't I? Okay, that explains that then. Okay, so where can I actually travel to? Two more locations over here. I think I want to go to them the slow way. I know that there's a quest here, but that's for a flashpoint, and that's a four-person essentially dungeon, I think, which I don't want to do because as I've said before with other games, I don't want to disrupt other people's playthrough by dawdling in my fashion through content. It seems like some Jawas have stopped by at whatever this is to trade. and may have been here for a while because there's some pretty big tents up. Ooh. There are some missions here. Splendid. Who do I pick this mission up from? Kirikit. Does this game have an actual character class for playing as one of the Night Sisters of Dathomir? Oh, right, you didn't watch Clone Wars. No, I didn't, I'm afraid. I don't really know much about Night Sisters. Inhabitants of Dathomir had a big part in it. Yeah, I got that impression. I have no idea. I don't know how the Night Sisters function. But there are ranged... I'm playing the only ranged Force user. The other Force users are melee. And you can either be good or evil, Republic or Empire, Jedi or Sith, if you're playing a Force user. So, I mean, my impression was that the Night Sisters were not either Jedi or Sith. So I think you would have to make a decision about which you felt your Night Sister was closest to. You can play as a Zabrak. They were non-Sith Force users who were generally considered dark side, but were not fully evil. Well, then you could probably play as a Zabrak Empire Force user. And make light side choices occasionally without being full dark side, and just kind of headcanon your character as being a Night Sister without actually being able to call yourself that properly. Then everyone happy, except sand people, but that's okay. No thanks, refuse quest. Don't you have droids to help? Well, I hope that I'm nicer than Hutts. This is quite a massacre. I don't know that I've noticed signs of a massacre, but I'll just have to take this guy's word for it that that's what happened. Sure. Did we come in past the Sith? Sand people. Got Sith on the brain. Is there even anything out here, or am I going to get fatigue? I don't seem to be getting fatigued, but I also don't seem to be finding anything, unless this counts. Unless this is just Anchorhead, which it might well be. Yeah, it is. Okay. Not much point to that then. Don't need to open that just now. There was it looked like a repeatable quest from a terminal here as well. Heroic, breaking the code. By order of Mayor Aaron and the citizens' militia, Genosan attacks on Tatooine farmers and settlements have grown bold. You log into the citizens' militia network and find an urgent message. The Genosans are highly coordinated, and multiple swarms are often involved in the raids. We have heard their coded signals in the night, but we are unable to interpret them. The signals originate at their main camp. Find their signal devices, obtain the code, and bring it to Captain Sabah of the militia. Vigilance, community, defense. Accept. Okie dokie. I can probably manage that. To be honest, it's a bit weird that Blitz Twin Suns is as difficult as it is. I mean, it's heroic, but it's like a different difficulty of heroic. Is this some kind of stinky lizard? I suppose it's not surprising that lizards on Tatooine would be stinky. I mean, they don't have much water to wash them off in, do they? Probably seem a bit frivolous. Probably indicates that it is has got a venom or something. It will poison you. It will envenom you if you if it bites you. Because poison is if you bite it, or ingest it, or touch it. Venom is if it bites you. I think that's all the sand people we need, but there appears to be a quest inside here. I recognise this layout. Usually there's a room through here though. They've obviously closed that off. There's a dry season on a desert planet. Okay. What did you say about our order? I wonder why he was glowing just then. He seems to be lit from behind by maybe this lamp? Difficult to tell. It's not quite the right colour. I'm not sure what's lighting him, to be honest. He's got some weird underlights from something that doesn't appear to be there. Looks like the Sand People have set up home here. Yeah, give him a whack. Is that what I need to interact with? Or is it this? Can't really tell. Oh, here we are. Where do Tuscans get flamethrowers from? And I realise he's probably just using one of the trooper power sets, but it's still weird that he has a gauntlet-mounted flamethrower. Wrong button. There we go. There's a vaporator here. Hopefully it has a thing on it that I can interact with. It does. Splendid. I don't have to go around to all the different ones. In fact, I can probably just stick around here. Maybe one of these will have something I can repair. There we go. Splendid. Ugh, knobhead. Alright, let's hand this in, I guess. We can get in there. Oh, fuck's sake. Go away. No one likes you. What was that? A Java protocol droid that's built into the chassis of an astromech. Weird. Cages like this actually make sense for Jawas. They can't really... Their limbs aren't... Well, apparently they can teleport out to the top of these cages, but their limbs aren't really long enough to allow them to climb out very easily. I wonder why they're one to a cage. Would they start working together to salvage the cage pieces otherwise, do you suppose? And dismantle the cage from the inside? Okay, so there were 8 cages here then. And I've freed them all. So now it's just beat up sand people. I can do that. One more, and here is a likely lad. Ready to tick up our score for us. Very handy. I think I want to go and try and do that first before handing in. Just so as that I'm handing it all in together. Feels a bit more efficient that way. And right now we are after Genosians. Or more specifically, Genosian signal devices, so we can get the codes. This is a big facility, isn't it? Doesn't seem to have been built by Genosians, though. So, what, nicked by them? It's not the right architecture for Genosians. No, he's still on tank mode. That's fine then. Group phase. Apparently we'll be doing more here. Just the inside of here is heroic. Okay. Off you go, Kaizen. I wonder why you're attacking me and this one isn't, despite the fact that this one's taking more damage from me. Hmm. We need to defeat forces and obtain devices. Where are their devices? I mean, there's lots of objects which I could describe as a device. I mean, there's generators. Whatever this is, probably some kind of techno. Load skiff. There's also devices around. A chest device, I guess. No, it'll be up here somewhere, won't it? Aha! Security chest. Just what we want. Oh, here we are. This is the device. That's a computer console. That's not a device. Hello. Where did you come from? But with this code, we'll be able to keep the bugs at bay for sure. Thank you so much. Oh, they've respawned. Fuckers. Come on. There we go. Kaizen, what are you doing? How have we pulled so many assholes? Go away. Oh, it was a patrol. Fantastic. Listen, do you reckon you could fuck off? Oh, it's another group. Christ. No, don't pull all of them. Ugh. Oh no. What did I do that for? What a hateful arrangement. Cool, thanks, auto target. I really wanted to jump into another attack, another fight right then. Just trying to leave. Why are you being like this? Why is the respawn rate so high? It's not even that high, it's just high enough that once you get in, the way out closes behind you. Ugh. Alright, now I can go back. All tasks complete. Oh, here we are. Ooh. That's even better. Premium Exotech Versatile Stim. I'll have that. Ah, maybe it would have been better to save the heroic with the Genosians for later, because this is probably taking us back there. It's taken care of. They're dead. This is the first time I've been given the option to hand back the reward to people who obviously need it more, but at least the option is there this time. Yeah, it's fine. I don't need credits from you guys. I nicked a bunch of stuff from the Sand People. And from the Genosians as well. Whilst I remember, let us change that role and also reapply these buffs. Here we are. Just wondering whether there are any situations where the dip is... Yep, there we go. Clipped through the ground. Where the dip is sharp enough that the front spoiler on this just clips through the ground, and indeed there was. You would imagine real land speeders and jet bikes wouldn't do that. Ah, this is dispatch Genosian forces. That's a clinical way of putting it, isn't it? So we're setting, oh yeah, security mainframe. It's a crafting node. So we're stealing back explosives that the militia had been intending to use on the Genosians, and then setting the explosives, presumably, or just taking them and lobbing them about. Oh hey, a war droid. Oh, one per crate, okay. There's a bunch of them here, well, two of them, which feels like a bunch when they've been so far apart previously. And then we plant them on all sorts of things. Generator, mainframe, and power relay. Okay. I think that's a generator over there. Oh, but the nearest one is here. Which one's the... Apparently this is a relay, even though it looks like searchlights or maybe solar panels. Okay. What do I do with... Do I just... Oh, there we go. I chuck it down. And it goes off. And sets the thing on fire. Okay. You would think that it'd come running, but I guess that they couldn't really code that into the game. Ooh. Explosive barrel. Come on, Kaizen, where you at? Oh, there he is. Jolly good. That's not your mainframe, is it? Group phase, anyone can enter. Why is there such a small cut-off area of group phase? Why would the auto-targeter target an opponent that I cannot get a line of sight on to attack? Apparently the Geonosians are supposed to be insectoid, and just about the only thing that's really insectoid about them is the wings. To me anyway, I mean... out of range. I'm right next to the generator. Where do I need to be? Like, I guess the legs are kind of insectoid. They kind of look like... or the limbs. They kind of look like... they're exoskeleton. But for my money, Genosians, or the one Genosian that we see in up close in the films, the first one, out of range. I'm inside the circle defined by your quest. Do I need to be on the other side? Do I need to be on top of it? Could you please define this better? The Genosian that we see in... I think he's a Genosian. Yeah, he's got the right wing. He's got the ring. Got the wings and everything. The Genosian that we see in Phantom Menace does not really look insectoid to me. For my money, the Kular are more insectoid looking enemies in an MMO than these are. Where do I need to be standing for this fucking thing to go off? Out of range. So why have you put a marker here then? All of these groups are too close together to slip past easily. Well, I think I have to be very careful about it. Out of range. Oh, there we go. Finally. Found a generator that I was close enough to. Oh. It's actually got a fire effect on it. Nice. Where the fuck is your mainframe at? You stupid bugs. Apparently that's good enough, alright. Don't know why there's a group phase there, but never mind. It'd be really nice if enemies in this game didn't have some kind of explosive device to dismount you. Like, I know in other games you can sometimes get dismounted by lucky attacks from enemies, but it doesn't always happen. I suppose in fairness it doesn't always happen in this, but it seems like it gets... It seems like it happens more often in this. Cool. That seems to be it for here. But there is another one, another area down here, so let's head out and explore it a bit. I don't know, we're getting quite close to the end of the stream here, aren't we? I don't know how much I'll actually be able to do before the stream ends, because I don't really want to spend my time going around picking up quests and then need to stop, because leaving a gap of basically 2 days between picking up a quest and actually trying to do it, my memory is not good enough to keep track of all the reasons I'm doing things. Really, I feel like I need to pick up the quest on the same day that I do it, preferably, because my memory's a bit shit. And so assuming other people watching will have memories, well, at least some of the people watching will have memories as bad as mine, or maybe worse. Seems worthwhile to... Is that where we need to go? Outpost Lagona. Seems worthwhile to take that into account and not require people... Yeah, well, they're friendly at least. Not require people to try and remember stuff that I can't remember reliably. No. Quest is not in there. Quest is... Here we are. Are you drunk? Well, that should be fairly self-evident. Yeah, I'll give that a shot. What quest have you got? Pirate bullies. Alerting all responsible citizens. Posted. Soren Schaff, the citizens' militia chief backer, is being held captive in his own home by Twin Sons pirates. The pirates' leader, Bragan Helk, has proved too much for militia forces. We request the help of any and all combat-trained professionals to defeat Helk and liberate the homestead. Coordinates provided. The Citizens Militia thanks you for your support. Do I know him? Is he the weirdo who thought that Coruscant was under threat of tectonic disaster, and then it turned out that it was fine? Alright, well at least they weren't living. I imagine that removing one of the two suns would allow Tatooine to recover to its previous state, rather than needing to figure out a way of bringing the moisture below the surface up. So I went on and talked at length about how I didn't want to pick up quests and then not do them and leave them for 2 days, and yet that seems to be exactly what I've done. So I might as well pick... No, hold on, let's not. Let's leave this for next time and refresh our memory when we get back on Friday, I guess. Wait, no, not Friday, Wednesday. Today is Monday, isn't it? Yep. Not all here today. I've left bits of brain lying around, I think. Seems to be how it's going. Anyway, that's the end of the stream today. Hope you've enjoyed. I'll be back, as I said, Wednesday, 8 PM GMT, roughly. When I will refresh my memory on what the quests I've just picked up are about, and pick up this one. And continue my explorations of Tatooine. I hope to see you then, or at least to see you again. And until I do, I hope you have a nice time, and goodbye.